For my final digital search story, my research question is, how can making performance-enhancing drugs legal deter cheating? For my first search statement, I chose legalization of performance-enhancing drugs so I could get a general understanding of the legalization process as well as the different kinds of sources offered. The first suggestion given by Google was to redirect me to Google Scholar to reference all the scholarly articles available on the subject. To have the search engine generate more relevant articles, I chose to change the range of my search from 2015 to current. I used the sorting feature on the side of the Google Scholar and chose to narrow the range from 2015 to current so I could have the most relevant and current articles, since the laws and rules of the system are constantly changing. Just a general look at all of the articles that popped up, they're all different aspects that they focus on, some legal aspects, some historical, like Lance Armstrong, but I really like the first one, The Final Frontier of Anti-Doping, a study of athletes who have committed doping violations, so I chose to investigate that further. The scholarly article interviewed 18 athletes and focused on the normalization of doping in certain sports. This article is a reliable support to my research question because it focuses on different elements an athlete faces concerning performance-enhancing drugs and how it can be considered normal to use them. This article perfectly displays the culture of performance-enhancing drugs in relation to cheating. This source is also extremely reliable. The Sports Management Review creates numerous articles relating to sports conduct and procedures. The specific article I am investigating is in Volume 18, Issue 2, which is clear that since it's Volume 18, there's lots of other research conducted. The number of volumes produced by the Elsevier Company makes it clear that this is a reliable and reputable source. After reviewing this article, I wanted to focus my search more specifically on cheating or the normalization of performance-enhancing drugs in the sports industry. For my next search, I went back to Google and used the search statement cheating or normalization, which was in parentheses, of performance-enhancing drugs. I limit my search to cheating or normalization, or choosing one or the other, because I felt that the words were being used too interchangeably and I wanted an article that focused on either one of them. I really like the results that came up with this search. I like that Google Scholar also recommended that I look there again, but before diving deeper, I wanted to review the different news reports that came up in Google Books. I'm not going to read Google Books right now because I want more relevant searches, and I chose to not go with the ABC News link because I thought Bleacher Report could be more reliable since they focus on sports. The title of the article is on performance-enhancing drugs and cheating in mixed martial arts, and after I further reviewed the article, I found there was not a lot of deep support to my research question, so I wanted to move on back to my normal search. Since there were a lot of news articles hinting on this issue, I wanted to see if BBC had written anything on this article, since they follow a lot of current events and are an extremely reliable source. I chose to dive deeper into the second one that came up because it asked the question, where do we draw the line between acceptable behavior and cheating? So I chose to investigate this further. Overall, it looks like this article focuses on where do we draw the line between what's okay to be considered cheating and what's not okay. And I think this is a great support to my research question because it's kind of asking if a little bit of cheating is okay, is all cheating okay then? So, and since this is BBC, I know this is a very reliable source, so I will definitely be using this in my research. To further investigate my research question, I wanted to modify my search to include the idea of domino effect of athletes using PEDs. I wanted to go along with the idea of if one athlete decides to use drugs, would another athlete rationalize or also cheat to make the game even? To modify my search, I decided to use a new search statement of domino effect of performance-enhancing drug usage. At first, with this search statement, I was getting too broad of results based on the titles of articles and materials that were appearing in my search. To narrow my search, I chose to add quotation marks to the phrase domino effect so that this phrase would be kept together while searching. For narrowing my search, I knew that the phrase domino effect would stay the same, which I thought would give me more accurate results. And after further narrowing my search, an article appeared from the New York Times with the title of Steroid Report Depicts a Two-Player Domino Effect, so I chose to investigate this further. This article focuses on baseball and how one player started to use PEDs and the coach even helped the other athletes on the team get involved in it, so that it ended up a domino effect of more players using it, and in the end 11 players ended up using it. So I think this is a great real world example to my research question, and since it's by the New York Times, I know it's a reliable source. I would definitely use this article to help support my research question and show how cheating does occur and how it does occur actually. Today I investigated how making the performance-enhancing drugs legal can deter cheating, and I was able to find numerous articles and resources to support my question, and I may have to edit my question to be more in the scope of the supports that I found today. Thank you for your time.